the mother of his 3-month-old baby was there, and he ended up shooting and killing 6 people.
A Turkish man walked into a shelter for pregnant women in Germany and murdered 6 people. Now Germans are fed up, and the details they're revealing are even more disturbing. Here's what exactly happened. The attack in Stade. On June 29, 2026, at around 12:10 p.m., a shooting happened at a youth welfare facility on Dankerstrasse in Stade, a town west of Hamburg. The facility supports pregnant women and young mothers. The man was a 45-year-old German citizen, born in Germany to Turkish parents, living near Hanover. He came in with a gun he was not licensed to own for an appointment to discuss custody of his 3-month-old daughter. Here is how one account described it.
This story is really horrible. This is circulating right now on social media. It's an image in Germany.
The image was spreading fast. Within hours, people learned what kind of place had been targeted.
From a man of Turkish descent who went to a shelter, essentially a shelter for women who are pregnant or women with young children who are seeking shelter from people like this.
The person they needed shelter from was the same man who walked in, and the staff took the full force of it.
And the mother of his 3-month-old baby was there, and he ended up shooting and killing 6 people. All the people he shot and killed work for that facility.
4 women and 2 men died. The killer came with a reason.
4 women, 2 men. The mother of his baby was not involved, and his baby was not involved, but allegedly he was in a custody custody battle with the mother of his 3-month-old baby.
Police said the man opened fire in a targeted manner. 5 died at the scene and a 6th died later, but the killer was already gone, and that is where the chase begins. The escape and the arrests. The man did not stay. He fled in a vehicle driven by a woman with a close family connection to him. What followed was a frantic police operation. A host on GB News laid out the early reports.
I would say that there has been eyewitness reports of a man and a woman driving off.
Officers caught up with the car and opened fire to stop it.
From outside the clinic while the car was being shot at. There were about 10 to 15 shots.
A witness nearby described the instructions police shouted to get civilians clear.
Die meinten nur, dass wir uns in Sicherheit begeben sollen und so schnell wie möglich die Ferne aufsuchen sollen und uns in Sicherheit begeben sollen. Da das schon ein bisschen in der Entfernung haben die auf das Auto geschossen und die 3 Reifen.
From their window, the neighbors saw only the final moment.
Und ja, mehr war auch von hier aus nicht
Then came the arrest.
gewesen. Man hat nur gesehen, wie die beiden Insassen festgenommen.
A reporter confirmed the tally.
5 people have now been confirmed dead after a shooting in the German town of Stade near Hamburg. And police have arrested 2 people, including the suspected gunman.
A 3rd person, the suspect's wife, was detained. The manhunt ended in less than an afternoon. But once he was in custody, the authorities faced a harder question: what to call this. A family tragedy meets a tense nation. Authorities moved fast to define it. Investigators ruled out organized crime, terrorism, political extremism, and broader motives. They called it a familial tragedy rooted in a custody dispute. Interior Minister Daniela Behrens and Police President Catherine Schual delivered that framing to an anxious public. But the language collided with a town in shock.
Jarring about some of the scenes that we're looking at on our screens now, just how quiet and suburban this neighborhood looks like. A small town, as you say, not well known in Germany.
Then came the detail that made it unbearable.
At all. But also this slightly concerning element that you've just explained, a mother and child.
The host struggled to imagine a worse target.
The mother and baby sort of service that seems to be attacked here.
Absolutely. I mean, you almost couldn't think of a worse place to attack other than potentially a school. The police have said that all of
That weight sent the story across every platform, with various theories being put forward.
As always with breaking news, social media has exploded with theories. Some people are claiming it was gang-related. Others are suggesting terrorism.
Police warned citizens not to spread rumors.
Authorities have specifically warned people not to spread rumors or unverified information, while detectives establish exactly what happened.
But the warning landed in a nation already simmering, and no statement could cool the firestorm the suspect's background had ignited. Germans are done in the clan question. The phrase that defines this story did not appear by accident. Much of that fury fixed on one detail. Some reports tied the suspect to the Miri clan, a Mhalami family network infamous for theft, drug trafficking, and family-based crime. Police insisted it was an individual act, yet his access to an illegal firearm laid bare the enforcement gaps Germans find unforgivable. This was not the first time violence shook the country, and one commentator placed it in a long pattern.
In this country, we've had a lot of recent car attacks, which I've covered on your show.
He described a place that no longer feels as safe,
where people drive cars into crowds, whether those are terrorists or mentally ill lone wolves.
That fraying calm has been hard on the country for years.
It's been a tough time for Germany the last few years, with more violence than has been normal in the past, as it's usually quite a calm and safe place to live.
The data behind the rage is stark. Non-Germans are roughly 15 to 16% of the population, yet around a third or more of crime suspects in many categories. BKA reports document dozens of Turkish-dominated organized crime groups tied to networks like the Miri family. That anger is now reshaping German politics.
A more traditional center-right group, the Christian Democrats, are going to be able to gain some of that anti-immigrant vote.
Vigils appeared in Stade that evening, and condolences came from President Steinmeier and Chancellor Murd. But for many, mourning was not enough. To understand why this case hit so hard, you have to look back 60 years. Decades of debate behind one custody dispute. In the 1960s, West Germany signed recruitment agreements with Turkey to fill labor shortages. Turks arrived as temporary guest workers expected to return home. Many stayed and built permanent lives. Today, people of Turkish origin form Germany's largest ethnic minority. A DW podcast captured how that history is remembered now.
We think about the so-called guest workers in the 1960s, where everybody expected them to leave, people from Turkey, Italy, and so on.
Those workers became grandparents of German-born descendants.
And of course, now they have grandchildren here who barely speak
They're an integral part
Turkish.
of German society.
Yet Germany still struggles to define itself on this question.
Absolutely, yeah.
But there was not this recognition that Germany actually is a country of immigration.
That struggle shows in the numbers. Turkish origin students have higher dropout rates, and unemployment sits near 20% against 6% for natives. Clan networks can foster insularity and resistance to state authority, complicating the kind of custody case that detonated in Stade. The public mood now demands more control over who stays.
We want a diverse society, but we want to be more in control of who actually comes here.
That shift has pushed even mainstream parties towards stripping criminals of citizenship.
To be able to strip people of their German citizenship if they are double citizens, citizens of several countries, if they commit serious criminal offenses.
This is why Stade struck such a raw nerve. A German-born man of Turkish descent with alleged clan ties and a prior record turned a custody dispute into mass murder. For millions of exhausted Germans, this has to end. Thank you for watching.